Audrey. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, thank you. So tell me about your last week's meditation.
Last week's meditation went pretty well, except for after Tuesday, which was when we took our patient management midterm and practical as well. So leading up to that, I didn't really do anything, but I still managed, especially on Tuesday, because after the day during the Tuesday, my stress of midterms is finally gone, and so managed to get some meditation in then. As much as I didn't want to look at material, I still did it anyway because I know it's beneficial, and then did the same thing for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So
Nice.
all in all, leading up to today, ended up missing Monday because of the fact that I was busy preparing for the patient management one. Yeah, so that's how it went. Nothing was really hindering me at this point in time because I would rather, take a more relaxed approach going into now the second anatomy exam because of the fact that I know that I didn't do my best on the first one.
For sure. Well, it seems like you did a good job kind of staying up on the material that you need to do, and it seems like you were able to practice mindfulness aside from Monday, but it's understandable that you had to prepare for the patient management exam. Considering this was the 5th week of practice, how are you feeling in regards to the whole mindfulness practice? Aside from, I know in the past weeks you've said that you've been able to simultaneously study anatomy, but in just regards to the mindfulness aspect of it, how have you been feeling now that we're close to the end of this project?
I've been feeling pretty good about it. I think that, in terms of being consistent in this regard, there's always some sort of wiggle room, especially when, like this can be such an insignificant part of your day, but at the same time, when you're stretched for time, when you maybe have other obligations that absolutely need doing, this is one that can really easily fall by the wayside, but honestly, I think it's just probably a habit of product of how I grew up. Is if it's on my list, it'll get done during the day.
Yeah, that's a good attitude to have towards it. So I know your confidence level has been pretty high in the past, and it seems like you've been able to reach your goals each week. Would you still say that your confidence level is the same going into this coming week?
Yeah, absolutely, because this is the 1 week in which we absolutely don't have any midterms whatsoever. But I would definitely check back again the week after that, because then, midterm season part 2 starts until finals pretty much. So this week is definitely a little bit lighter in spirit, so there's more time to kind of shuffle things around, more time to be a little bit more relaxed. The pressure's not yet there, but again, I still would rather be prepared than not.
And I know last week you said you wanted to kind of set specific times aside and not have it be like arbitrary times, and you wanted to focus in more on the sessions you were doing. Were you able to accomplish that this week, or how do you feel that went?
Yeah, so I'm getting better at the not so arbitrary times, so the not so random moments throughout the day, but instead having it be, okay, well, if I'm going to be on campus after school anyway to skip traffic, maybe I might review some other material and then go back to mindful coloring. So it's stabilized itself in terms of being an after-school activity.
Okay, and do you find that doing it at night is more beneficial? You probably have more time than maybe doing it midday or something like that?
Yeah, it's nice because then what I do after school is I kind of give myself a brain break. There's a lot of material throughout the day, kind of, let everything go out the brain, and then come back and revisit it and see how much I do remember, or maybe I don't remember, and then kind of correct from there.
Yeah, well, it seems like you've been doing a really good job, so keep up the good work. Going into the next week, what do you think, since we do have midterms coming up again, what do you think you can change to, or I guess continue doing to continue being successful in your mindfulness practice? Or do you think that what you're doing is enough?
I think that what I'm doing will suffice, but what I have noticed is that the session of my mindfulness activities has kind of stagnated. So now that I know that I'm pretty comfortable with the material, so for the, let's say for example, the origins, insertions, innervations, and actions of, let's say, the scapular muscles, I can maybe move on to muscles of the brachium and antebrachium, whatnot. So I can probably going to be changing that moving forward. In terms of the scheduling, I found out that it works really well for me because it gets it out of the way in my day. So, when it comes time before bed, I don't have to squeeze it in right before, or even in between during classes, so on and so forth. So I think I'm going to definitely keep that up. But change the content.
Yeah, well, it seems like that scheduling is working well for you, and as we progress closer to the exam, you'll have more content to review and everything, and continue being mindful. Do you have any like concerns or anything going into this last week of practice?
Not necessarily the last week of practice, but probably the week after. You know, when midterms start hitting us pretty hard again. So I think it'll be, you know, interesting to see how I'm balancing it out this time as opposed to what I did last time for mindfulness during midterm season.
I think you have a really good mindset as to how you want to accomplish everything. So I think what you're doing is really good. So try and keep doing that, because I think that will be beneficial in the long run. But let me summarize what you've been saying so far. So you were successful this week with your mindfulness practice. In regards to last week, you kind of changed your sessions to be less arbitrary and more structured. And you found that that was beneficial more in the afternoon after school was over and you were able to get home after traffic. And going forward, you want to just maintain this mindfulness practice going into the next session of midterms, and also after that, just being able to continue being mindful and focus on that practice. Is there anything that I missed there?
That was a very good summary.
Okay.
Wow. Nice.
So, any questions for me, or anything you want to address?
No, not at all. Thanks for listening.
Well, I'll look forward to hearing about next week.
All right, sounds
Cool.
good.
Sounds good.
Late.